Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel, whichever is the case. I am Erica, or Ricky Mickey Plans, and I am here to plan another week because the weeks keep coming, so we keep planning. This is a classic size happy planner, vertically aligned. It is also the week of May 12th through the 18th, and you know what it is? Do you know what week it is? Do you know? That's a drum roll, even though you can't hear it because my microphone's way up there and you can't hear it, but drum roll. This is the last week of school. Oh my goodness. Okay. I love my job, but I also love being home from my job. Let's just be clear. They're both good things. All right. So let's get started planning what's going to be a crazy week, but a good week. So I think I'm rather clever. I don't know. Maybe you don't think so, but I think I'm rather clever. And, do you ever watch Wheel of Fortune and they have I think it's called a before and after, where there's one word that combined two different phrases. So here's mine. Ready? Last day of school of fish. Do you get it? Okay, anyway, I cracked myself up. I'm sorry. So I'm doing fish. So I have decided to pull out inks again. I haven't done this in a while, but I'm pulling out inks. I'm going to take all these Post-its off because I'm thinking I'm going to ink this whole stinking thing, or at least most of it, because I want it to look underwater for my School of Fish on the last week of school. Oh my gosh, I know. Apparently, I'm really think I'm clever very late at night. So if you've been on my channel at all for any length of time, you've seen I've done this before. I did it for both mine and my husband's 50th birthdays. Because 50th birthdays usually do blacks and that kind of thing. And so I wanted to do a blackout spread, but I didn't have much luck printing pages on black paper. I know it can be done. I've even done it a time or two, but I wasn't having much luck and I wasn't liking the look, and I wanted something more organic looking, I guess. And so I just started playing with inks. And so I'll if I can figure out how or remember to do it, I'll link those two videos down below of my husband and I's 50th birthday weeks. But I liked how it looked. It was fun. It was just a little different than everything I'd had before. And so I'm doing it again. And so this is just plain old ink. This is nothing fancy. In fact, this is super old. It is from my grandmother's collection. She was a stamper. And so when she passed, I inherited some of her stamping stuff. And yeah, so this is really old, nothing fancy. It's Memento. I don't even know if they still make it. I know nothing about stamping. I don't even know if I'm using a good technique when I'm doing this. I'm using a cotton ball. Sorry if you can hear my dogs. I have no idea what they're barking at. Probably the UPS guy or the FedEx guy from the way they're barking. I don't think it's a neighbor dog if they're barking that loudly. I don't even know if you can hear them. But anyway, if you just want to add some color to your paper, this is a very, and I forgot to dab that off, so that's going to be a weird smear there. This is a very easy way to do it. I kind of messed that up. I don't love that look, but I say it's easy way, and then I mess it up. Anyway, so yeah. I don't like that look. I may have to make sure to cover that up with some stickers. And I like it because I can keep it a little darker at the bottom, like the bottom of the ocean would be a little darker. I don't know. I'm probably not going to stick with it that seriously, but I could, right? So if you are still living on a school calendar like I am, when does either your school or your child's school or whatever, when does it get out? I find this to be very early for us, but I'm not complaining. Not complaining. All right, blue, ocean, water. Ta-da! All right, and I printed out a few stickers that I'm going to use. I'm going to start with some corals. These I just looked up. Clip art free clip art. And then my subject, coral or fish or whatever it was. And I just ripped that sticker, but that's okay. So it's that easy to do this. You just look up free clip art. I mean, I suppose you don't have to look up free. You could pay for it, but I looked up free because I feel I don't have enough followers to have like a paid YouTube channel. Like I don't make money off of this, but I still feel like I should behave as if I do, if that makes sense. And if I were to have a free or a paid YouTube channel, I wouldn't be able to use stolen items, stolen pictures. You know what I mean? Like I would have to use the free ones or I would have to pay for them and then give them credit, give them their due. So even though I'm just a baby YouTube channel and I'm coming to terms with the fact that I may be the baby YouTube channel forever, I don't think I'm ever going to get enough followers to do anything, but to make any money. But being that it is a baby YouTube channel, I still feel the need to be conscientious and treat it as if it were a paid one. Am I making any sense? So that's why I look up free images when I do it. And that's why I say to look up free images. But I suppose if you were doing this on your own and you weren't selling it and you weren't making money off of it, you could just look up images, right? Okay, now we're cooking with grease. This blue's a little on the screen. It looks a little pale. It's pretty intense here. I'm not sure about it yet. And then I wanted to put a few more little corally thingers down here in the center, kind of like so. So not perfectly centered, but somewhat centered. Ta-da! This took me forever to prepare for this morning. I got this idea last night. My son and I were the only ones home last night, and so we had a little movie date night. We watched a movie, but before the movie came on, when we first turned the TV on and couldn't find the remote control, it went to like a screensaver, and the screensaver was a fish tank. And I was like, oh, that's what I'm going to do for my planner tomorrow morning. So I had this great idea, and I thought it'd be really, really simple. And finding the images was not difficult, but my computer went haywire sometime since the last time I used it. And I couldn't get anything to work. I couldn't get my printer to work. I couldn't get my cutter to work. I couldn't even get the computer to work for a little bit. I tried to restart it and it wouldn't happen. Like it has been a journey getting this started. But anyway, I digress. All right, so let's get started with some functionality. These are some more stickers I printed here. Oh, these are the same ones. Never mind. I don't know. Did you notice I printed 2 sheets? That's what I'm trying to say. 2 sheets, lots of stickers. I'm going to start right over here with my step sticker. I'm going to stick it ever so slightly under here, I think, just because I can. And I'm trying to put a quote up here. That, again, I think is quite clever, even though it may not be. Oh, goodness, I cracked myself up. Okay, and a few other boxes I want to put in. I know I've been doing highlighters instead of boxes, but with a blue page, I'm not sure highlighter is going to do much, so I'm doing a lot of boxes. I am going to do a box for the last day of school. So here is the last day of school. Da-da-da-da! So happy. Again, I love my job, but I also love being home from my job. Nothing wrong with that. I have kindergarten graduation on Thursday. I am a music teacher, if you don't know, and their concert, so to speak, is at their graduation. And so I have to be at their graduation. I also have a doctor's appointment on Tuesday. I know it's the last week of school and I'm taking a sub day. I have a mole that started acting funny. Started growing, started itching, started bleeding out of the blue. And everything I read online said if that happens, you need to get in immediately. And so it was either this date or wait until August. Those are the only openings they had. And I was like, okay, I will take off. So that I will be taking off a half a day of work for that. And then my husband has his middle school concert Tuesday evening. So I'll put that there. And then oddly enough, I don't know why I scheduled it this way. Probably I scheduled it 6 months ago before I was thinking. My husband and I have dentist appointments after school on Wednesday, which I'm not going to apologize for. We've been staying after late for months. I'm okay to leave right when the bell rings on this day so that we can get to the dentist. It's okay. It's okay to do that every once in a while. I don't need to stay until 10 o'clock every night, which I have been for months. Anyway, all right, I shall stop. This is a game night that we will hopefully be doing because we'll be celebrating. Most of us there are 6 of us who get together and 5 of the 6 are teachers. And so we're going to be happy to be getting out of work that day. So there you go. So that's that. I also said I wanted to put a quote up here, but I think I also want to put this big old fish up here, and I don't know if I'm going to have room for everything. So let's start with the big old fish because I think he's absolutely lovely. And I want to put him here. So he, almost messed up his fin. So I don't think I have space for this whole quote, which by the way, do you get it? Carpe diem. Again, I crack myself up. I think I'm hilarious. I do not have room for the whole quote. The whole quote comes from the movie, what's that movie? Robin Williams movie. Carpe diem, seize the day, make your lives extraordinary, gentlemen. So that's the whole quote, but I think I'm just gonna have to cut off the make your lives extraordinary. What's the name of that movie? Dead Poet Society. Amazing movie. Amazing. So Carpe Diem goes right here, which again, that's going to make me smile every time I look at it. Which, I mean, that's the point, right? That's the point. You should be inspired or amused or happy or affected somehow when you look at your stickers in your planner. So that one will make me grin every time I look at it. I made a sticker that says last day of school, and I put little bubbles on it for, the water. So I'll put that in there. I know I could handwrite that, but I can also use a sticker. And let's see what else is there this week. There are a few more things that I don't know that I want to fill with boxes. But again, I don't think highlighter is going to do much. Let's test it out. So I've got a few highlighters here. That's what they look like on white paper. Let's try them over top of some ink. I mean, you can still see it, right? It might be worth it. I like to test them out just to see which one I want. Oh, no, don't want that one. This is the one I think I would have used if I hadn't put ink everywhere, but I think it kind of disappears too much with the ink. I'm liking the bottom 2, so I'm going to put these 3 away. Maybe I use a combination of these 2. This one I can barely see. When I look on the computer screen, though, you can see it a lot better than I can in real life. But I'm living in real life, so that doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'm going to go with these 2. Should I do that first? Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I want to put a bunch of fish in first or put the highlighter in first. Here's my normal way to do it. Big splash of decoration, which I would consider this. Then some functionality. Then I would finish it off with more decoration. Now, I've not finished the functionality because I don't know if you remember, but I had some Post-its up there that I took off, and I have not touched those yet. But I really want to play with the fish. I think I'm going to play with the fish. I want to play with the fish. I'm excited about the fish. So I'm just going to try to think about where I would put things, functionally wise. And I'm going to play with the fish because I want to. So I want to put I just want to kind of spread the fishy love. I want to make a school of fish. I want to make a school of fish. If that makes any sense. So I'm just going to put some fish around. A school of fish would all be probably going in the same direction, but I generally think design-wise, I like it when things are kind of facing to the inside of the page. So I'm going to make all the fish on this side face this way and all the fish on this page face this way. I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's grab 2 more that are facing this way. And I'm going to make a little cluster of fish here. You know, school of fish, right? Okay, they're cute. See, I'm glad I'm playing with the fish. And then I want more facing this direction on this side. I'm going to grab you. There is no, oh, these are not coming off. Okay, I'm going to stick these guys down and then I'll come back to you. There's no science to how I'm choosing the fish. It's just kind of, I want a few fish by themselves, a few fish in 2s, and a few fish in 3s because I feel like that makes it look random. If they're all just single fish, just like one fish by himself, I don't think it looks as random as if you have a few groupings of fish. Does that make sense? So I'm looking for, oh, I love this guy. He's cute. I'm going to make a few groupings. So I've got some groups of 3. I've got some singles. I'm going to make a duet over here. Cuteness. All right. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. All right. What else do I need? I think I'm going to put another sea urchin down at the bottom. I've got this green sea urchin, and I think I want a black one or a blue one, whatever color this is. Just to fill in that bottom space a little bit more. And now I'm going to go back to those Post-its I took off, and I'm going to go to my icon stickers because a combination of those 2 will help me finish my functionality, and this will bring in the highlighters we talked about too. So I have a fancy schmancy Ziploc bag of icon stickers, and I have Post-its that I took off a few moments ago. And so I'm going to start with those. So we have trash night on Monday night, trash can sticker. For us, trash night is also shot night. If you want to know more about that, let me know down below and I will tell you about that. And then this Post-it that was normally on here, but I took off and now it's back. He moves to next week, if that makes sense. Then, oh, see, I can get to my icons and it'll help me remember what to put. No early mornings this week. Some soccer stuff I can put in. I must be honest, I have not been putting all of the soccer things in. My son is in a community soccer league, and I haven't been putting it all in because he's also a high school coach. And so he practices that, and I have not been putting those in. My reasoning for that is that he did those right after school, and I hadn't been getting home right after school, so I didn't even it didn't even register to me that he wasn't home, if that makes sense. I probably should put it this week because it will register that he's not home because I'm not planning to stay late a whole lot this week. These I use for my daughter's work schedule, but her work schedule is about to start. It's about to turn very predictable. She's going to work every day the same hours because she got an internship at her same place of work. It's just a different area and a different, way to do things and obviously different hours. So I'm not sure I'm going to put this in anymore. I could be wrong, but at this point I'm not. I may come back and put those in, but right now, like I said, I'm just not feeling the need to. So there's my husband's concert. Oh, I should put it for kindergarten graduation because even though it's graduation, for me, it's a concert. So I will put this right here. No vet stuff this week. Nobody's going anywhere, and I will come back to these in a moment. Let's look back up at my Post-its. I had soccer, move that to next week. Church choir, I have not marked that, and we do have that this week. So I'm going to take, I don't know which one to take. Let's take this dark one. Why? I don't know. But this will be for church choir. I don't have an icon sticker for church choir. I've just never found one that speaks to me. So I just write it on the page. And then this sticker goes to next week. My daughter usually has appointments on Thursdays, but these are no more. Sue does not have that anymore. So I'm getting rid of that Post-it. It goes bye-bye. I already mentioned game night when I put this sticker down. So now I will move this to next week. This is this game night. Moves to next week. This is church, which again, I've never found an icon for that I love. So I just write it on the page. And I give myself 2 lines of text in case there's a meeting or something else like that. And then I move that to next week. I can use a little highlighter for these. Now let's use the darker one. I'm feeling the darker one for down here and the lighter one for up here. No reason, just what we talked about. It's darker at the bottom of the ocean. I know, because this is so realistic looking, right? Oh, man. And you know what I've already done without even thinking about it? I've already got at least one sticker touching every box. So I technically could be finished now with this. However, I think I'm going to add a few more small fish if I can find where I put those stickers. I'm going to add in a few of these little silver guys because they're kind of cute. I thought I had connected them into one sticker, but I guess I had not. So I just think these guys make me think of like Finding Nemo. Oh, there go my dogs again. Sorry if you can hear them. Sorry if they bother you. They're very loud. I love them, but they're very loud. They're very, very loud. Okay. I like that. And then let's do 3 over here by this coral, I think. Let's do this little chubby guy first because I like him. And then I guess I'm kind of doing the same arrangement. No, let's put the top long guy on top this time and the short guy on the bottom. See, it's not exactly the same as over there. Okay, cute. Cute, cute, cutie, cute, cute. And I have 3 more. Do I want to put them? I feel like I should have some over here. So let's take you off of here. This is going quick. Famous last words. I should not have said that out loud. What do we think? I think this will work because this still gives me plenty of room to write. I'm not really taking up much space because it's just on that line. They're almost exactly on the same plane though as that. I don't love that look. So maybe I move him down to make it look, give the illusion that they're not on the same plane. Now I can't see where I want him. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. I'll take that. It's not perfect, but it'll work. Yeah, because now they don't look on the same plane because these are below the line and these are above the line. Ta-da! Now, are there any more fish I want to put down? I do have some more fish, but I'm not sure I want any more on here. I mean, I could put one like right here. I think I have room to still put the game night stuff in there. Maybe I move this up. Let's move this up because I've got the space to do it. And let's put a cutie pie fish here. Okay. And then I'm going to save the rest for my to-do lists. Let's get my to-do lists. So these are from Levenger, and these are obviously not as wide as a full sheet. I also don't want them as tall as a full sheet, so I cut them down a bit when I use these. And I use these as my to-do lists. I don't like to have my to-do lists in my planner. Now the question is should I ink these? Because these are going to stand out as very stark white. Because these live like right here. Kind of think I should ink them. I don't know. Maybe I just try one. I've never inked one of these. That's not been something I've added when I've done my inking. Let's see how it looks. What if I just ink the edges of it? That way I don't lose, like, you know, the information I'm trying to write. Although I didn't really lose the information I was writing on the planner page, so I don't know. Let's just try the edges, see if I like it, and if I don't, I can ink the whole thing, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get a label sticker, I think. No, I don't think I want one. I think I'm just going to put that on the page. I'm going to put, never mind. I'll show you in a minute what I'm thinking and what I'm not finishing a sentence about. So I did print and cut and not cut well, apparently, because this is going to tear. Another coral thing like I had here, but I did it to go at the bottom of this. I'm going to put that there. Cut off the extra, which I'm not too good at today. And then I have a label sticker for this that I was going to put inside a box, but I think I'm just going to put it straight on the page. I know. I am just branching out today. You can't see it as much. Maybe it needs the box. Maybe I'm not branching out today. Let's try that. I feel like the boldness of all these boxes on the actual page needs to be matched. It didn't go. So I think this is going to look better. Yeah, that works better. It blends it to the page a little bit better, I think. And now I'm going to do the same thing with this one. All right, and then again, get a box, put that there. All right, and then get another little coral. And what this does is it just ties it in with the page so that it all looks like it's supposed to go together. And which is, you know, that's what I want. I want it to look like it goes together, right? Otherwise, why would I be decorating? All right, and those will live in my planner page. And somebody said that it reminds them of a Friends episode when I talk about this. And I'm going to have to go back and find that Friends episode because I don't remember it. But these can live in my planner page just like this. I can have one on top, the other on top, take one out, take them both out, whatever I want, leave them both in. And now I have to go find a Friends clip and see how that goes with it. I'm very curious. And that, my friends, I think is it. I mean, I could add a little fish to the bottom of these to-do lists real quick because I have 2 more fish. Let's add these ones that I like so much, these kind of rainbowy fish. And I did print these bubbles. I mean, I could add some bubbles around. I'm not sure I need to, though. If I do his on top. School one on the bottom, home one on top. All right, so this is my planner spread. So thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more of what you saw, or if you just want to be kind to a stranger named Erica or Ricky Mickey Plans, you could subscribe to my channel. It would help me out. Again, I've come to terms with the fact that I'm going to be a baby channel forever, but I might as well grow a little bit, right? So if you want to subscribe to help me do that, that would be fantastic. Plus, it would let you know when my next video comes out, because you'll get a notification if you ask to get that. So thank you so much. If you are getting close to the end of the school year, yay for you. If you are not, I'm so sorry. And if you have nothing to do with school year life, yay for you too. But anyway, hope you have a great week. Stay safe, stay healthy, and happy planning. Bye-bye.